Hello everyone, it's me, Melinda Ferguson again. It's that time of the year. I'm sitting in a hotel at the airport at OR Tambo, and I find it quite strange that I'm going to be pitching you a book called From Drug Mule to Drug Boss, the Taryn Eager story, when Taryn spent so many of her trips between South America and South Africa and Pakistan and all these different places where she was muling or traveling with drugs. She spent many, many days at airports. So I'm at an airport and I think maybe it's lucky. So guys, as you know, I'm on my own now. I left NB Publishers last year. I've been on my own doing Melinda Ferguson books, Ride or Die Press, and I think I've got what I would love to call my absolute trick prize best-selling book of the year. This book is a phenomenal story. It's not only a memoir of a woman who becomes a drug mule initially and then becomes in charge of a whole global network of drug trafficking. It's not just this memoir of this girl who goes through the most incredible story, but it's also a complete lifting of the lid on the whole global drug network. So we get to understand how the mules take the stuff, how they swallow the pellets, how you get the pellets down, how you don't shit the pellets out. I'm sorry, this is really gross, but this book has got the most incredible information that I don't think people actually know. It's a perfect gift for a man, and it's a perfect gift for a woman. It is like a complete, a book that I think that people in general will just find so fascinating. It's also brilliantly written. I mean, that's the big thing. Brilliantly written by a woman called Meg Rickards, who was the director of Tracy Farron's Whiplash, the movie. But she's been a journalist and she's a great writer, and I've been an editor on this book. I think it was my first or second book that I ever published was a book called Drug Muled, the Vanessa Goosen story. I don't know if any of you remember that. That was by far the best-selling book I ever published, and it was number 1 or 2 that it was at the beginning of my career, and I've probably published close to 140 books. I do know that the public is fascinated by the Drug Mule story, and nobody has written or given a book like this. It's like the Shantaram of drug books. This girl is insane. I mean, I think I'm insane, but Taryn Eager puts me into like little Bo Peep territory. She's so fucking like, I don't know if it's just reckless, risky, mad, that she goes on the most insane journeys and she puts herself through incredible danger. But she's also one of the most hectically bright person who can think on her feet. She gets out of situations. She gets arrested in Pakistan when she's like 20 years old. She gets thrown into a hectic prison in Lahore. I mean, who wants to be in prison anywhere? But in Pakistan, it's hectic. She somehow manages to get out on like some bail. She doesn't return to court for the bail hearing, and then goes into the underground of Lahore, hooks up with a Nigerian dealer, has 2 kids with him, is pregnant with the 3rd. She's 23 years old when she decides she can't be with this abusive man anymore, and she has to escape Lahore. I'm not going to tell you what she does because you're going to have to read the book, but she lands up back in South Africa and then starts setting up this network that becomes this well-oiled machine. She makes 50 trips, successful trips, without being bust until Interpol puts an alert out on her because she's under like a lot of suspicion. She's like swallowing. She swallows the drugs. She takes them in her body. I mean, it is so hectic. Anyway, she finally gets bust in Nairobi, in Kenya, in 2014, on Valentine's Day, by the way, and she lands up being chucked into this prison. I don't want to tell you the whole book. There is a lot more that happens. In fact, every chapter is like a whole book. I'm definitely pitching this to Netflix. It will make the most insane series, but like a 5-part series. So guys, yeah, I mean, I don't think I've got much more time to talk to you, and I would love to go on for hours. Listen, this book is a sure winner. I know it in my bones, and I'm not often wrong. I really think that this book can make exclusive books money, the author money, and me money, and let us hope that you guys see fit to put it on the list. I would be eternally grateful. I really do think that this is one of the books that's going to move this year. Thanks for your time. It's lovely to be able to talk to all of you.